Hello, I'm Father Reginald Samuels, the pastor of St. Laurence Catholic Church here in Sugar Land, Texas. Welcome to the podcast. So we welcome Susan Mulé, who will talk about her ministry here at St. Laurence.
Sure, Father. I have been with St. Laurence for almost 11 years now, and I am the coordinator for two ministries. One of them is our amazing parish library. We are so blessed to have the library that we have. There are very few Catholic churches in the entire country that have a library like ours.
Wow.
And the other ministry that I'm involved in is our the preschool program, but it's really focusing on parents and children ages 0 to 5. So in addition to our preschool CCE, which is the Clubhouse 1014 program, we also have the Parents and Littles program, PALS, and we have other new things in the works that are emerging. I also help out with baptism and the baptism class. And since that, that's through adult faith formation. But a lot of the things that we learn from those parents, many of whom are coming back to the church after being away for a little while, are the things that they want out of their parish, the things that they need to grow in their faith. And that's what all of our preschool ministry has been working on, to really try to fulfill that need of these young parents.
So you wear many hats here at St. Lawrence.
I do, and sometimes I forget which one I'm wearing.
So let's start with the first hat. Let's start with the library. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit more about the library system here that we have here at St. Lawrence.
The library was actually started shortly after the parish began, and it was a small room over in, actually right where we are now. Oh. This used to be the parish library. All of this was open, but it was very small, and it was all volunteer. And then when we moved over across the street, when we built that building that opened in 2006. I'm sorry, 2016. What am I saying? 2016. We moved the library over there, and it's bigger and more of a real library. So they wanted someone to come in who could actually be a library coordinator and handle those library tasks. And they wanted someone also who could create programs. So while I don't have the library science degree, I do have a master's in education, and I volunteered in libraries from the time I was in the 4th grade through college. So I had the library experience and the teaching experience that they wanted for that position.
And so what programs are ran through the library itself?
Through the library, we have book clubs, we have story time, we have, this summer, we'll start every year, we have our summer reading program, which is for children and adults. Adults can win prizes too. And we have, we have my favorite, which is Meet the Authors Night, which will be coming up on June 3rd.
So tell us more about Meet the Authors Night.
Meet the Authors Night is an event we have every year, and we bring in local authors from all over Houston. We usually have anywhere between 16 to 20, and we have wonderful authors. We have such a rich community of authors here in Houston. In fact, we have several award-winning authors, including the Christie Award and the USA Today Award. So these are some wonderful authors we have coming.
Wow. Wow. So tell us about your other hats that you wear in regards to your ministry here at St. Lawrence.
So the preschool programs, we have Clubhouse 1014, which is for children 3 and 4, and their parents. So they come with their parents. The goal of the program is to help the parents to understand that they are the first and best teachers of the faith to their children. So I started off with a little bit more direction in the beginning of the school year, but the goal is by the end of the school year, they're leading their children through the different stations, and I'm just kind of there to help out along with my volunteers.
So tell us more about Meet the Authors.
Well, the authors that we have coming are from a wide variety of expertise. We have authors who write for young children, so we'll have some wonderful picture books. And we have theological authors. We also have novelists. And so we will have books of both fiction and nonfiction, and for the little bitty children all the way up through adulthood. So it's really exciting. And we'll have refreshments too, so you can come snack.
Well, So tell us more about your ministry dealing with the parents and tots and young children.
So in addition to the Clubhouse 1014 program, we also have the Parents and Littles, PALS. And PALS meets maybe about 4 times a year, and it's very casual. Unlike Clubhouse 1014, it's not a formal CCE program, so parents don't have to register. They come right after the 9 o'clock Mass on that Sunday and go to the parish hall. And it's a place for the parents to really interact and meet other parents with children of similar ages, and to hopefully help build that community, to form those friendships. So there's snacks, of course, and there's a story, and there's a craft, and we kind of talk to the parents a little bit. Again, everything focuses on that idea of the parents being the first and best teachers of their children. So we're trying through all these different ways and coming through from different angles to help the parents understand that they are able to do this, that this is not, CCE, we have wonderful CCE programs, and we love when our parents are involved in those CCE programs. There's always the need for volunteers. But it's the parents who need to be at the core of the religious education of their child. It can't just stop at the door. You can't leave Mass and then not think about church again until the next week, and you can't leave CCE and not think about it until the next time you meet. It has to be an ongoing, everyday process that's integrated into daily life.
Okay, so how could someone plug into your ministry here at St. Lawrence?
Which one?
What?
Okay, the library is easy. The library is open anytime the AMC is open. And if I'm not there, there is a self-checkout system, and there's also a way to get a new library card. And sometimes there'll be volunteers in there to help as well. And so they can check out books. They can. We also even have, some people still have DVD players, so we haven't gotten rid of our DVDs yet, because they do still get checked out.
Old school?
Yes, old school. And we do have some ideas for the future where we want to kind of move into the 21st century a little bit, but I'll have to talk to you about those at a later date. But that's my hope. And we have a fantastic children's section. We really have a beautiful That's one of the things that I really wanted to bring to the library when we moved. When the library was over here, we had no children's section. We maybe had 1 or 2 children's books. And so that was something I really felt we needed to do. And again, it ties in to the other ministry that I do, which is helping the parents work with their young children. And we have wonderful resources in the library for those parents to come. They can come. Sometimes there'll be parents just sitting there reading to their children. And then, like I said, we have a story time, particularly in the summer. And then I also have the children from our weekday children's program. They come over for story time as well.
And how often does, jumping back and forth,
Okay.
How often does Meet the Authors happen?
It's an annual event.
Okay.
The first week of June every year is when we've been having Meet the Authors Night, and it goes back to 2018, I think, was the first one. And of course, we didn't have one during the 2 COVID years, but a lot of the authors have come back. But there's also new authors every time. So it's not, if you came before, you're not going to necessarily see all the same authors. You'll see some familiar faces, but you'll also see some new faces as well.
And that event will be advertised, correct?
Yes. Yes. So people need to kind of keep their eye out in the bulletin and all of the other, and on the Facebook page, and all of the ways that we try to get the word out, the e-blast, all of those things.
And how does parents with young children tap into your ministry here at St. Lawrence?
Well, for Clubhouse 1014, it's like any other CCE program. They register between April 1st and June 1st. But with Clubhouse, the difference is we do continue to accept registrations. A lot of parents don't find out about Clubhouse until the ministry fair. And so we keep it open. And even a little bit after that, because preschool doesn't have to have a designated number of days like our other programs do for credit for the Archdiocese. So for this program, they can register a little later, because even if they do miss the first one, they can still catch up.
Okay, to finally end things here, tell us about the fact that you're a published author yourself. So tell us about your book that you just published.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So it's actually my second book. My first book.
I didn't realize that. I
That's okay.
apologize. Yeah. Wow.
I didn't really want to expect to talk about this, but my first book is about a lizard, and I wrote it about 10 years ago. And then the rosary book that I just wrote actually came out of PALS, because we were doing a PALS event based on the rosary. And how do you get that? How do you translate that to, little bitty kids? And there are a lot of books that show little kids how to say the rosary, but there wasn't really a story that I could find. So it's like, okay, I need to write one. So I decided that I was going to stay up late every night and put this book together in time for the PALS event, and it was literally a printed copy on 11 by 17 paper, cut out, and then all the pages glued together with a cardboard cover so that I had a physical book to read to the kids. And they seemed to really like it, and then several of the parents had come up after and said, well, how can we get a copy? And so I hadn't really thought of that at that point, and so then I started looking into how to publish it. So that's what I did.
Well, congratulations on that part.
And right now I'm doing The Sacred Veil, A Story of the Mass. So this is going to be a series. We have the story, Our Lady's Beads of Love, which A Story of the Rosary. The Sacred Veil should be out sometime this summer, A Story of the Mass. And then I have ideas for like Beams of Light, A Story of Divine Mercy, and then something maybe about the Miraculous Medal. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, thank you for your work, and thank you for your vocation here at St. Lawrence.
Thank you so much, Father. I'm really happy to be here. I love my job. I love serving here. The parish was so good to us when we first came over from Katrina, when we came over basically with nothing because we lost our house. And the idea that I now get to serve the parish that served me is the most wonderful feeling that I could have.
Thank you.
Thank you, Father.